This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
Well, it's been quite a day. A spring storm is soaking parts of the Bay Area. It's bringing cold temperatures and a mix of conditions. So let's go to a live look from our camera in San Jose right now, where not too bad. We're not seeing a lot of hail and rain that we saw earlier, but it was a much different story in other parts. Yeah, that was in Oakland. It was pouring down rain on and off all afternoon. I was stuck in it on my drive into work.
Yep.
You warned us all, but yeah, how long is this going on?
This batch of showers is going to diminish over the next about 24 hours or so, but then we've got 2 more waves of showers that are going to move in before this entire unsettled weather pattern gets out of here. Let's track what's out there right now. First alert Doppler, the live view shows numerous showers across the Bay Area, mainly from the Golden Gate southward, but there's still some shower activity right along the coast of Sonoma County. Very light stuff around Bodega Bay, a little bit heavier farther up Highway 1, but most of the North Bay is in that gap in the action. Another round of showers is moving right into San Francisco, everything moving from south to north. Showers in Oakland actually prompting a rain delay to the start of the A's game against the Mariners. When's the last time a Bay Area baseball team had a rain delay? They'll get the game in, but it is going to be damp. There's more rain farther down the peninsula. A little break in the Santa Cruz Mountains for the moment. The rain showers overall have been diminishing in intensity gradually over the past couple of hours, a trend that will continue as we head through the rest of tonight. But there are still going to be some scattered showers out there to start the day on Thursday, with the possibility of a few pop-up showers still with us, but they're going to be fewer and farther between. The rain chances should take a bit of a break for the end of the work week. We'll track the next 2 waves of shower activity coming up in the full forecast. All
right, first alert weather for sure. Okay, it was not the case today, but Highway 37 is known to flood during major storms. And with sea levels rising, it could only get worse. The state has come up with a plan to prevent flooding and speed up traffic along the major artery between Solano County and Marin. But it won't be cheap. And as John Ramis reports, there are concerns that people who can least afford to will be footing the bill.
Highway 37 is an important corridor between North Bay counties, and almost everyone agrees that something has to be done to protect it from sea level rise. But the plan they came up with has people on this side of the road up in arms. The roadway sits only a few feet above the water and has already become vulnerable to flooding. So the state's long-term plan is to turn the road into a 4-lane causeway, essentially a low-level bridge that will span the entire 21 miles from Vallejo to Novato. It would include a bike and pedestrian lane and a rail line for the smart commuter train. That will take billions of dollars and more than 20 years to complete. But there is also a short-term plan involving one section of the highway.
And that's roughly a 10-mile stretch from Mare Island to Sears Point. And that's where the congestion problem is really centered.
The Metropolitan Transportation Commission is recommending that this area be widened to 4 lanes, using the existing shoulder to ease the traffic bottleneck. But to pay for it, they want to erect electronic toll gates and charge people to drive on it.
This would treat, if you will, the segment of Highway 37 that we're talking about as an additional toll bridge in the Bay Area.
There are no other roads that are treated like bridges in the Bay Area, are there?
No.
They're proposing some kind of discount for low-income drivers, and one of the lanes would be a toll-free HOV lane. But data shows about 40% of the traffic on 37 is working-class individuals commuting to service jobs in Marin and Sonoma counties. Local activist Joe Feller says there has been almost unanimous opposition in town to the toll plan.
There's a certain amount of economic injustice involved with this. They need to commute because they can't afford housing in Marin. So you're taxing people to go to work, in essence.
Mayor Robert McConnell agrees. He says the plan is setting up a class struggle between the counties.
We don't want to build housing for them on this side of the bay. Let them stay on that side of the bay and come work for us and go home at the end of the day. And that's how it comes across over here.
Vallejo resident Robert Gilbreth says low-income people are already choosing Highway 37 as a route to avoid the expense of the bridges.
Because a lot of people go that way to avoid paying toll, because that's just the only way that you can go and come back without paying.
The MTC says the road improvements are simply not possible without some kind of tolling. But what does that mean for the future?
Is this setting a precedent for high dollar road fixes?
Certainly, it would set a precedent of some sort, but I think that I'm reluctant to read too much into that.
Is it going to establish a precedent? I think it already has, actually, because now that this idea has become feasible in the eyes of MTC and the state legislature, they're certainly going to impose it elsewhere.
The plan to fix Highway 37 has been studied and discussed for more than 20 years. But now that there's a possible funding source, it is on a fast track. They say construction could begin in 2025 and be completed by 2027.
Now, another key emergency service in Oakland is without a leader after the fire chief announced plans to step down for a job in the private sector. Chief Reginald Freeman plans to leave the department on June 22nd. He says it was a difficult decision, but one he made for the benefit of his family. Freeman is stepping down a little more than 2 years after taking the job back in April of 2021. So this leaves Mayor Sheng Tao without anyone leading both the city's fire and police departments after she fired OPD Chief LaRon Armstrong earlier in the year, and comes just after she announced a hiring freeze in the city to try and balance the budget. All right, in San Francisco, there is growing outcry over the decision not to charge a Walgreens security guard accused in a deadly shooting last week.
I came up here upset because the fact that that DA does not want to press charges for what happened to a young black trans youth is totally unfair.
And I implore you that you find justice for him however you can.
I hate this! I hate what you've done to us! I hate what you're doing to us!
A lot of raw emotions at yesterday's Board of Supervisors meeting from supporters of Banco Brown. Authorities say the guard shot Brown inside the store on 6th and Market after he caught him shoplifting. The guard was initially arrested for murder, but this week the DA announced her office won't be pressing charges, saying this was a case of self-defense. Board President Aaron Peskin now says he will be introducing a resolution asking the DA to reconsider.
I am deeply concerned, based on my conversations with law enforcement, by the district attorney's decision not to charge, at least manslaughter.
All right, Brown was a homeless transgender man, and today in a statement, State Senator Scott Wiener said San Francisco needs to do a better job when it comes to ending transgender homelessness. He also called for better training for armed security guards. All right, let's get to some breaking news we've been following. This out of Davis within the past hour. Police announced they are questioning a person of interest in a series of stabbings that left 2 men dead and a woman wounded. The person was detained about a mile north of the UC Davis campus and about a block from where one of the victims, a UC Davis student, was killed Saturday. Police are stressing that individual is not under arrest, but our sister station in Sacramento confirmed the person matches the suspect description that Davis police originally put out. So certainly stay with CBS News Bay Area and KPIX.com for more on this developing story as we get it in. All right, in Oakland, the clock is ticking toward a midnight deadline for the school district to strike a deal with its teachers. And if that doesn't happen, they will go on strike tomorrow morning. So they want limits on class sizes, additional counselors and support staff, and of course, increases to their pay. And caught in the middle of all of this, of course, are students and parents. But most parents we spoke with today seem to come down on the side of the teachers.
They already don't get paid enough. And it's like, where are they supposed to get the money from? We're all struggling. So you would think the district would come to some type of solution.
It's frustrating. I mean, the teachers are definitely underpaid, so they should be paid, to deal with the economy right now.
So the union is asking for a 23% raise across the board. The latest offer from the district includes raises ranging from 13 to 22%, depending on how long they've been with the district. And despite the looming deadline, OUSD told us today they believe a deal is, quote, within reach. All right, the Warriors kind of blew it last night. The lessons learned as the Dubs get ready for Game 2 against the Lakers. And a piece of public art paying tribute to California's farm workers, but one group claims they were left out. Now they're fighting for recognition.
It's awesome art, but it's a damn insult